Welcome to Rushton Caravans and Motorhomes. This is a Bailey Unicorn Seville, and I'm going to take you around to show you some of the features and benefits as a key reminder. At the front we've got a Alco stabilised hitch which works on friction. We need to make sure that the ball is kept dry and free of any contaminants like rust or any grease, so that the friction pads can grip correctly and reduce the chance of snaking. We've also got Alco ATC fitted on this, so if you've got the right connections on the back of the car, you can then effectively have Alco AKS brakes, which are electronic brakes that will, if you do lose control, will regain it without you having to do anything. In here, we've got our gas cabin. So space for 2 gas bottles, always better, especially with Aldi central heating, to use propane, which is the red bottle. This unit is sealed, so no gas can leak inside the cabin. As we come round, we've got storage. Our fresh water comes in here. Fill your aquaroll. Put the submersible part of the pump beneath the water line and then into the side of the van here, and then switch on inside, which I'll show you when we go inside. You then got your Aldi central heating exhaust. You've got your fridge vents. You've got your toilet at the top. We put our pink fluid or flush. At the bottom, that's where the cassette is, and we slide it out, and that's where we then put our blue chemical, the breakdown, or the green, depending on what you use. On the near side, the battery compartment is here, and there, as well as our mains, and this is where our isolator is for the motor mover. You've got a gas barbecue point at the front and exterior mains as well. So on the inside of the caravan, we have our mains control panel, which is just above the door on the left hand side. We've got our master switch, our lights, our awning lights, and our pump. Outside, as we discussed earlier, is where you would fill your aquaroll up. You'd put the submersible part beneath the waterline, then into the side of the van, and then you'd come out to where it says pump. You'd switch it on, and that will allow then, when you open a cold tap for cold water to flow into the van, or when we turn the water heater on, which is this Aldi central heating, water will be able to be drawn into the van. When it's time to refill the aquaroll, make sure you switch the pump off so no air can be trapped inside whilst we're doing it. Below then is the Aldi central heating, which is a combi boiler system and operates either on gas or mains or a combination of both. In terms of when operating this system, we need to switch it on first by pressing on just there. We can then move the icon across and we can set the temperature that we would like. We can then choose the water boost function. As it's a combi boiler, if we don't use the water boost function, water will warm up as the heating warms up. However, if you want a water boost function, you can switch it on by pressing on just there. The next one is using the gas, so we can utilize the system on gas, and we either have on or off, or we can use the mains electric, which we can use 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts of power, depending on the site that you're plugged into. One thing you do need to make sure when using the mains, that this isolator is switched on, otherwise no mains will come through. We've set the van with all the accessories that are part of it. We always take the microwave plate out of the microwave whilst travelling, and we normally slide them in just there so it's not going to go anywhere, rattle around or break. On the windows, we need to make sure when we're opening the windows, we press the button in and then open rather than pulling them open. We then can open them fully and use the arms to secure. If you can also use a vent setting, but make sure when you're traveling away, they're back in that lock position just there. The microwave is fitted in place and it is fully vented, so it does not need to come out whilst traveling. With the fridge, we can switch on using the mains, the car battery or the gas. With the gas, we need to hold this button in here, hold the igniter in, until the black line moves in line with the red one. That's how you know it's lit. We can then change the temperature on any of the settings using this one here. The car battery though will only maintain the temperature, so you would need to cool it down on either the gas or the mains before towing away and switching it to the car battery. To open, press the button in there, and then you've got your fridge freezer unit, which is just here. Behind the vegetable crisper is a label that shows the serial number for this particular unit, and those are the numbers you'll need if you ever need any spare parts. With your oven, hob and grill, you need to make sure that this lid goes fully up before any gas will flow through. You've then got your controls just here. You've then got your grill, which is controlled by this side, and your oven, which is here. Inside, you've got your grill pan and your oven. On this left hand side, there's also a label which shows the serial number for this particular unit. Like the fridge, if you need any spare parts, they're the numbers that you'll need. Above the offside bunk, there is also your multi-directional aerial. You can undo that clasp. You can spin the aerial around to get the best signal. The red spot, which you can just see here, is where the strongest part of the signal will come to, and you can aim it in the direction where it is needed. With the toilet, you've got a flush button, which is the blue one just there. One on the top left is the empty button, so when it will light up, so you know when to empty the system. You've got a rotational bowl with a grey catch underneath. Open it towards the rear wall to open. Use the toilet, use the flush. When finished, make sure this catch goes back to the middle. That is a heated towel rail, so be aware if grabbing it when standing up. We've got vanity unit, and then in here we've got our Aldi central heating header tank. This is full of antifreeze and is set ready to go. If you ever do need to top up, you shouldn't do, but if you ever do need to top up, you only top it up with the correct Aldi fluid, and you only do it when the system is cold. Like on a car, you would never add hot oil to a hot engine car. It's the same theory here. We've then got our shower, and the shower door is kept in place by that catch just there. So this is the Bailey Unicorn Seville. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask.